All right. So, I already laid out some things that I think are connected to the underworld. Just some of these homeless people. I mean, I've seen some of these people are so disgusting. Like, go out of their way to be disgusting. Um, and another thing, speaking of disgusting, pornography, or should I say, pornography, uh, sodomy. Um, okay, these things are connected to the underworld. These rituals, these families, these Illuminati families. When you come of age, they take you down some, they pull some candlestick and the wall turns around and becomes a passageway to the underworld, and you go down there and you do horrible things, and now you're, initiated into the family, the real family. Yeah. So, there's just a lot of stuff. I brought up the upper class, how they act. I don't know if I brought up the advancements in technology we've had over the past 40 or 50 years or whatever, extreme advancements. They already have tons of technology down there in the underworld. So there's going to be stuff like snuff films, and then not as fucked up stuff, but like mukbang, ASMR, our economy, which is built on gold. We'll get to that later. Just the economy in general is just very weird. There's a lot of weird businesses out there that don't make sense. They don't make dollars or make sense, as far as I can tell. Shit like fireworks stores. Some of these religious, like weird Christian religious stores. I don't know if you've ever gone to one of them. Like candles to all these saints and all these like little like idol type things. How do they make money? How do they stay open? How do they even pay the electric bill? Some food places, food businesses. Not to mention fast food, but some of these. So it's just like, where does the money come from? Are you just a denizen of the underworld who they've given a business above ground? I'm saying fast food. The food is so garbage, full of so much dark energy. This is what they want, though. They don't want fresh fruits and vegetables and stuff like that. No, they need a degraded energy. So anyways, another thing, made in quote unquote China. These things are possibly made in the underworld and possibly not by humans. We'll get to that later. Okay. So let's just say there is an underworld. Okay. Now, this underworld didn't start off all fucked up. Okay. Supposedly these people that populate the underworld got there through space travel. Now, space travel requires extremely mathematically precise, like technology and operations and whatnot. And so that stops it from being decadent because there is so much attention to detail. A lot of this is going to be about slipping into decadence, okay? So there was a time when they were actually monogamous down there. And I'm saying sodomy and all that. These things are late stage underworld developments. They had dignity and honor, and these types of things actually meant something. Okay? Before the flood, they traded and lived with the surface people. And are the surface people, I guess, you know. But now, after the flood, which possibly was to drown Cthulhu, now the surface people, they say, are aligned with space devils. And that's how they can even survive the open air and the sun. Okay, stay safe. Now their DNA went a different way. They look like people. They look kind of like vaguely Indian. Their culture vaguely resembles Aztec and Mexican culture. It's possible that there's a lot of entrances to the underworld in Mexico and Florida. Now, I don't want to call them entrances, really. They need openings to the underworld for air. Excuse me, to the outer world for air. But I guess they'll maybe guard those openings. You know what I'm saying? And maybe they can't have as many openings now, so their air isn't as good, which is pissing them off down there too. I don't know. They have an unlimited supply of gold and silver, and this freaks them out. Okay. They have gold and silver machines, even gold and silver houses and buildings. It's like steel down there. So I'm saying it freaks them out. They think we're going to go down there and try to take their gold and silver. They're intimidated by us. I'm saying they used to look at us as space devils. Or as people aligned with the space devils, excuse me. Who probably were the ones that brought on the flood. And the space devil could equal the newer gods that supplanted the older gods. Okay? Defeated the older gods and forced these creatures to the underworld. One thing before, there's so much mythology. I was talking about, whether it be ASMR or mukbang or dark magic or homeless people or whatever. There's so much mythology connected with the underworld. It's unreal. Okay. So they have like, there'll be metals that maybe we come across that we don't even know what it is. And so they'll have not only the gold and the silver, but this weird, strange metal down there. And as they carry on into decadence, they'll worship it. Okay. But anyways, so I was saying they used to have monogamy, but now they have these affection groups, which will be like 12, a harem or whatever. And I think they get cycled out. But anyways, so the male and female roles in society dissolve over time. And I'm saying we're going to see all these things in our world because they're trying to take over this world. As we're watching male and female roles in society dissolve, that's already gone on down there. So they do have light. They have energy orbs. They have control over all types of life forms. They can like mold life forms into light bearing objects or light emanating objects. It's a spring-like weather down there. Okay. Now, if you go down there, you will not return sane. You may return, but you will not be sane. They'll send you back crazy as a warning and fucked up. Just cut off your feet. You'll become having stumps, perfectly surgically, mathematically precisely cut stumps. You come back and you'll be a lunatic. Or your heart will be on the other side of your chest or something like that. All your organs will be on the opposite side they're supposed to be on. Just weird, fucked up shit. Their technology down there is beyond anything you can comprehend. The structures down there are just colossal, just soul-crushingly huge, inhumanly large structures. They have towns, they have rivers, they have birds, maybe of a strange aspect. They have strange fish, rocks, okay? Now, some of these colossal structures, they have arenas, giant arenas, where just horrible, unspeakable acts happen in these arenas. Okay? All types of rituals to this god, to that god. But yet they're getting more disgusting. We're going to reach a critical mass disgustingness point. Somebody who was supposedly only down there 4 years in a book, okay, fiction, saw it become, he was like, damn, so they got more disgusting with their rituals and shit in 4 years. What about 10 years or 100 years? So anyways, they can reanimate corpses into automatons with like an infinite lifespan. I'm saying their technology is just out of control. They prefer human flesh, but they have these half beast things that they use. They stopped using the metal and gold machines to do their work, their harvesting or whatever. Well, not harvesting, but to do their work. Because they don't do harvesting. They just have this slave class that they eat. Okay, these beasts that they use and the people down there prefer human flesh. And the flesh comes from like a slave class that has ceased to be human. Yeah, they now these automatons, they can either make or reanimate. They're given a mental impression in the morning on what to do, and they just do that all day. Okay, if you're somebody who's middle class or whatever, of a higher class, you'll have like 10 slaves, in your place to live, your affection group. 10 intact slaves. Now the slaves to me resemble how we used to have servants back in the day. A bitch would have like 20 servants. And the way things were back in the day, I feel like we're more connected to the underworld. We're going back now, but I guess we had a time when it wasn't like completely underworld oriented world. And I'm saying, yeah, they have life elongation, perfect dissections and limb removals, organism creation that they can do, organism creation, molecular dispersal. Okay, now they can't teach you the life elongation because you're of a different DNA, but they can teach the molecular dispersal to a certain degree, and this is what they desire in the late stages of the underworld. They want to be in a molecularly dispersed state. But anyways, I'm running out of time. I got another video.